Zane Clodfelter with Otters TV here with Rob Watson, assistant coach on Andy McCauley's staff. Our manager, obviously, you have a close relationship with him. We see a lot during spring training. What are some of the roles that maybe our fans don't know about behind the scenes that you do to help Andy in terms of getting this roster put together for the regular season?
Well, I've been with Andy since the beginning, and I come in during spring training and periodically through the year and help him with, helping with certain guys, getting them locked in, and I come in spring training and help them evaluate and work with the infielders and hitters, here and there. But I've been with him for 11. I think this is my 11th season now. So I've grown to love this town, and I've got to see the Otters grow, and I've been a part of some pretty good teams. And it's like I said, I've grown to love this place, and Andy has been gracious enough to keep me coming in.
Right.
So yeah.
And you and Andy go way back. Previously, before you guys got to Evansville.
Yeah, I played for Andy in 06, 07, and 08, and then when he got the job here, he called me up and asked me if I was interested, and I jumped all over it. I've got nothing but respect for Andy and love, and he's like a brother to me. So, I've been with him from the beginning, and I'll hopefully be here till the end. So
and then obviously as a player, did you envision yourself staying in the game once you retired from playing on the field, or is this something that just happened because Andy gave you a phone call?
No, I'm obsessed with baseball.
Okay.
Always have been. I do it at home. I run a training facility back home, but I've always envisioned myself being a part of the game in some asset, or some way, shape, or form. But and he's been nice enough to let me come in and be a part of it, even though I got 3 boys at home.
Right.
So it's been awesome, and he's been gracious enough to let me be a part of some playoff runs and stuff like that. And I get the best of both worlds.
Speaking of which, I know when Andy was expecting a child a couple of years ago, he had to go back and take care of that at home, and you were the interim manager for that postseason. Were you calling Andy or texting him before the games to get advice, or was it you just kind of rolling with your gut?
No, I think really Andy was busy with his wife, and so it was a whole staff thing.
Right.
So Max and Bobby and Boots and Phil, we all just put our heads together and tried to alleviate a little bit of stress from Andy, and I think we did a pretty good job. But he's had a couple kids in situations where we've had to come together. But this staff is awesome from top to bottom, and I think Andy trusts us all, and we've become a pretty good family here. So.
How big is the consistency? Because you've been here for a long time. Max Peterson, Bobby Siegel, Boots Day. You guys have had this core group, Bill Britton, this core group all together. How much has that led to your success as a team?
I think it's a big part, man. Everybody wants to be here. Everyone in that coach's office loves being here. We love each other, and we trust each other. We bang heads every once in a while, but I think it's a big part of our success because we've come to expect certain things out of our guys, and I think they know that, and we've grown as a staff too over the years, and we all have our roles, and I think it works out pretty well.
Right, and then you've been here a long time. There's been investments and money put into this ballpark. What has stood out to you the most now that you've been able to see some of this finished product?
Man, our owner is awesome.
Right.
Mr. Bussing, he cares, and he loves this place, and it shows, and he's willing to put together a quality team every year and do the upgrades that we need to stay current. And man, I every time I drive into town now, it feels more and more like home. I've grown to love this place, and it's grown so much, and this park is special, and we continue to get nicer and nicer too. That's the best part about it. There's always upgrades going on. I think that just with the scoreboard's awesome, second to none, and just the upgrades to the clubhouse and the stadium, and the cages are getting better. Everything has gotten upgraded every single year we've been here. So It's been nice.
Finally, when you go back out west, like where have you been? You say Evansville. Like, man, why do you go to Evansville? What would be the one thing besides Bosse Field that you would recommend them visit Evansville for?
Well, Bosse's pretty. I mean,
Yeah.
you have to come here. But I mean, this town has grown a lot since we started coming here too. There's awesome places to shop and eat. I pretty much stay at Bosse when I'm here. So my love for this town really it's around this
the
field,
ballpark. Yes.
So, yeah.
Alrighty, he's Rob Watson. I'm Zane Clodfelter. This has been Otters TV.